I'm like one of those people on the slide that you see, just super excited. I'm always excited about Nikken. I'm happy to share Nikken. I'm celebrating my 60th year this year alive on planet Earth, and more than half of it telling the Nikken story and how Nikken has impacted me. Why Nikken can matter for you. That's something to be discovered. And there's a number of things that you've just already heard about that I think are more than an ample reason to discover Nikken, which is a line of products that are so complementary and yet so unique in the marketplace. Nikken's product line is a unique approach to total wellness. In fact, Nikken is the only total wellness company out there. So if we're looking at this just strictly as a consumer, what's your one-stop shop when it comes to wellness? What's your brand when it comes to wellness? I hope you're starting to see that Nikken is a brand that's unlike anything else and complements every aspect of what is important and relevant in our health and well-being. How do we maintain health and well-being, not only by being connected to nature, but supporting our body in the most vital ways possible, which you see here on the screen. So one way to start Nikken, go shopping. Go on the personal webpage of the individual who shared this information with you today and just have a look at the products that relate best to you. In fact, there's a beautiful quiz that you can take on the website, and that'll even help you narrow down what it is that you might benefit most from where the Nikken products are concerned. But from a business standpoint, if you're going to represent a line of products, you want to make sure that that line is robust because you want something for everyone. And here we have something for everyone. But not only that, you don't want a one-time purchase. You want something that has longevity, that goes on and on. As I said, I'm celebrating 34, might even be 35. I'll have to do the math on this, years with Nikken, but I'm still earning an income from the very first day on the job because the people who I introduced this to are still using Nikken products. And as you heard, some of these products are products that people can replenish every month, such as the nutritionals and the skincare line, which, by the way, I am a massive fan of. I take both every day. Especially the skincare line, I'm absolutely blown away by. So, as a business, as an entrepreneur, you have a product line that you can represent to a wide array of people who will be fascinated and interested regardless of age, because everybody is interested in well-being. But taking a look at Nikken as an entrepreneurial opportunity, there's some real powerful reasons why you might want to consider sharing this information. One of the things that I think people are resistant to in terms of exploring another source of income is they're already being busy doing what they're doing to earn the money that they're earning to live the way they're living. It's pretty hard to figure out where is the extra money going to come from because it usually requires extra time. That's because most people are in a relationship with money where they trade time for money. Now, what if there was a way to start multiplying time, generating income independent of time? Now, that's something worth investing some time in. And the beautiful thing about Nikken is it's flexible. You can weave this into every aspect of your life, in the cracks in between the important things that you're doing in life. And then you can build this business on a part-time basis, work from home, very high income potential. I'm not even allowed to tell you how much I've earned, but it's significant and low risk. I mean, in fact, practically no risk. I can honestly say the only risk is the products that you invest in, which of course are not really a risk. They're an investment in your well-being, so not a risk at all. Continuous learning, which is something I really enjoy. If you're not learning, you're not growing, you're not expanding your mind and your potential. So this is part of the integration of how we do things in Nikken. Building a team is a lot of fun, especially when there are people that you enjoy being around. You don't need any prior experience. I mean, my background as aerospace engineer didn't set me up to be an entrepreneur, nor did my music career, but it certainly was something that I learned how to be just by simply being involved with Nikken on a day-to-day basis. You develop those entrepreneurial skills working with people who instruct you, coach you, motivate you. And if you love to travel, which not only do I love to travel, but I know the next generation and the generation after that, especially my kids, they love to travel. Imagine a business where it's almost always traveling if you enjoy traveling. You could be anywhere doing this business and share this business as you travel. So it's part and parcel one of the same. And I think the thing that caught my attention early on was the impact of Nikken made it so that I was very passionate about it. I became more and more passionate about it, which is what I think was why I did not continue in the music career, because I'd really found a way to connect with people that were of like mind. And that's what the global wellness community of Nikken is all about. It's whether you're a seeker of wellness or an enthusiast who really, pays attention to this and looks for new ways of improving your well-being, or you're looking to be an entrepreneur in the wellness sector, there's something that brings us together. It's a common interest in people, it's a common interest in well being. And to be associated and surrounded by people who have common shared values, I think is one of the most precious things you can give yourself in life, because it's less stressful. In fact, it's much more enjoyable and supportive. So consider why you might look at Nikken as an opportunity. We call this the five pillars of wellness. It's literally the motive that drives us in life. It's to improve our well-being physically with our body, or maybe to improve our mind, the way we look at life, the lens through which we see the world. Our family, which is our immediate relationships, maybe there's a need there to improve more quality of time, to work toward that end. Or society, maybe you're like me, you're somebody who's really passionate about making a difference. But at the end of the day, pretty much all of these things, our ability to be abundant in these things are very much limited by the time that we have and the resources that we have, namely finances. So if you can improve your finances and the time that you have to invest your life in these other areas, that would be a strong motive. Whatever you might be motivated by, I want you to think about one or two of these areas that you'd like to see a very significant improvement in 2025. Because what is coming in 2025, you're going to hear a glimpse of next week from our CEO and president, which is going to blow your mind. What is coming? We call this concept humans being more. It's really our guide, and the way Nikken has been guiding us since its inception. It's the lens through which we look at life. To every day seek improvement. That's that Kaizen model. Seek improvement how? In each of these five key areas of our life. That's what we mean by humans being more. So it's a very, very noble pursuit. The business of Nikken is the pursuit of humans being more and sharing that possibility with others. Now, as I said, you could just be a wellness seeker, and being a Nikken wellness customer is very easy. Just ask for that PWP and start building your Nikken wellness home. If you're an enthusiast, maybe you like to get a price discount and maybe share this information with others. Consider converting your customer account to a consultant account for only $39.95. That's hardly a cost, considering the incredible benefits. And every time you refer somebody to your Nikken website, which you get with that $39.95, and they purchase something, well, Nikken will send you remuneration of about 20% of what they purchase. So that can help a long way in terms of paying for your own Nikken products, or maybe going beyond that. But if you're like me and you really like people and you really want to make a difference, contribute to building the community, help us expand Nikken's reach in the marketplace and be part of the community building. This was a quote that I was asked to share. Connecting back to nature and creating a natural economy is not a hope, but a mandate for a happy, healthy, and abundant life. I really believe that. Nikken and its global wellness community is a proven means for achieving a life in balance. So the things that really drew me to Nikken and kept me going is these three fundamental things. I definitely needed to make an income, but not just an income. It's the way in which we earn this income that really locked me in. The ability to create an income independent of time and in abundance was a huge attraction. But to make a difference in the lives of people doing it, that is a combination that, that is unparalleled. And on top of that, to have fun doing it, this business for me is fun. So it's not work, it's not stress, it's just make a difference, have fun, and make an income in the process. If you're inspired by that, you found the right place. Now, let me talk about the income itself, how sharing Nikken could be a bridge to healthy finances. There's really three areas in which we generate income primarily. The first is the retail model. This is just occasionally sharing products and experiences with friends and acquaintances, and you can earn up to 30%. Again, when they purchase on your Nikken website, then that generates an income. And that's paid on weekly. The small business model is just like what you imagine a small business to be. Maybe you have a few people working with you. As you introduce Nikken to others and they enroll as a Nikken consultant, they have the same benefits you do. However, whatever activity they're generating, you can earn up to 40% on. That's quite amazing. Most people don't have access to this unless they have a small business, and you know the risks associated with that and the huge costs associated with that. Every time I enroll someone or every time you enroll someone, there's zero cost to you. So you now have a business model that allows you to scale, expand without additional cost to you. Now you're starting to understand the concept of not having to trade time for money, which leads us to the third category, and that's the network marketing model. By far my favorite, and where I've earned the lion's share of my income, because this is really about learning a system and teaching a system, leveraging a system. And that allows us to create a generational effect. It's kind of like a pebble in a pond. When you drop a pebble in a pond, it creates that ripple effect. So and so tells so and so, who tells so and so, who tells so and so. And all of a sudden, you find this generational effect that you could be earning 6% up to six generations of individuals and organizations on your team. And as people share Nikken, regardless of which methodology they apply, this grows and serves the active wellness community, and that can generate for you a recurring income. Imagine that. Earning an income for something you already did, not something you haven't yet done or something that you're doing today. I am compounding income since day one. People that have found Nikken since I started introducing them to it are still engaged with Nikken. So it's been a cumulative effect. That's what's beautiful about this. Get started today and start accumulating your team, your income. Think about it this way. You may think, well, I don't know a lot of people, but you don't know how many people you really know, and you consider this. We know about how many seeds there are in an apple. That's a pretty simple thing to figure out. But we don't know how many apples there are in a, or excuse me, yeah, how many apples are in a seed. I mean, if you find the right seed, an individual, that could lead to an orchard of apples. And so every individual we speak to has got that kind of potential where our business growth is at stake. So get started today. Start sowing those seeds today and start building your orchard today. And we don't do it alone. So like I said, when I got started, I didn't have experience, but I got it, and I got it quick by working with people who did have experience. We have an amazing structure of calls that you can participate in on a weekly basis and learn as you go how the business works and leverage those calls. But more importantly, if you're someone who's really short on time, then imagine having a system in place that does the training for your team, developing their understanding and their awareness by people who are already established and capable in Nikken. You're learning from people who have done it. So that's the system that enables somebody to take a little bit of time and multiply it and scale it into something very significant. Just to speak to that for a moment, Nikken's been in business for almost 50 years, and 35 of those years has been here in North America. And I got involved in the early parts of that, 1992. So the last 35 years, Nikken's done some pretty amazing things. Our vision for Nikken is every home a wellness home. We believe everybody deserves the benefits of this. And in the last 35 years, about 2 million people have said yes to Nikken. That represents about 1.25% of the homes in North America only. That means if you talk to 100 people, there's a good chance 98 have never heard of Nikken. Talk about market potential. And that's generated already over $4 billion, upon which almost half of that has been paid out in commissions to the people who've been sharing Nikken over the last number of years. And those people are really the lion's share, people my age, the baby boomers. I got started when I was in my late 20s. Today I'm 60. So the 80% of the population of Nikken are largely the baby boomers who are in their 60s and above. But consider this, as the Gen X and the boomer or the millennials start to come on stream, as they start to investigate wellness and are experiencing what life has to offer you as you age, the stresses and the financial problems and so forth, Nikken becomes a hot spot on their radar as we share this with them. But they have a tool or a series of tools that we didn't have. They have the internet. We didn't have that when we got started. There's tools in social media, etc., that enables the growth of Nikken to accelerate. And with Nikken's investment in those tools, in social media upgrades and so forth, many of which have started already and more coming next year, this is going to allow this growth curve to accelerate. Imagine what we're going to look like and how many billions we're going to have generated at 5% market penetration, at 15% market penetration. Who wouldn't want to be a participant in that? Who wouldn't want to share in the profits of that, knowing that that's what's ahead? Again, stick around. Next week, we're going to hear from our CEO, and he's going to tell you what he has in mind for Nikken's growth in the coming years ahead. If you want to be part of this in a big way, just let us know. We have a special plan for those who want to really move on an accelerated rate. And we call this mining for diamonds. We're looking for those leaders of leaders who want to really, really make a difference. So if you want to feel good every day, Nikken's for you, especially where the products are concerned. If you want to feel good every day and feel positive and hopeful and uplifting of others, you got to have a future worth fighting for, worth working for. That's where the Nikken opportunity is just an open-ended possibility. So join us. We've got a better way.